Hi, everyone. Welcome to our talk of the paper titled Effects of Small Talk with a Crowd of Virtual Humans on Users' Emotional and Behavioral Responses. My name is Saab Babu. I'm from Clemson University. This is collaborative work that was done by my students and colleagues at National Yang Ming Chiao Tung University, University of North Carolina at Wilmington, and my students and I at Clemson. Our motivation for this research stems from what we know of human-human dialogue. Especially, we know that people use social conversational language to establish and maintain social relationships and accomplish tasks using strategies such as self-disclosure, small talk, and gossip. We also know that social conversation help eases the way into useful task-oriented dialogue, help establish common ground, and build solidarity or trust. And we know from research that's been done with computer agents that agents that use small social dialogue are perceived to be more effective in performing tasks and as viewed as being more likable, competent, and cooperative than those that do not. In related work, we know that virtual humans that use social small talk with users are perceived positively and treated as human-like social partners in the work that was done by us with virtual receptionists in public settings. We also know that virtual humans can be used to train users interactively and effectively in social small talk in a foreign culture or in terms of intercultural communication in an unfamiliar culture. We also know that virtual humans have used small talk as a precursor to initiate task-oriented dialogue, especially with the work that we have done on virtual patients. Our objective here is to investigate to what extent the presence or absence of small talk capability of virtual humans in a simulated virtual crowd scenario affected users' behaviors and emotions. Here's a brief system demonstration. The first scenario shows a participant in the non-small talk condition. Participants' task was to procure 10 items in a virtual marketplace, and the only way that they can procure them is through natural social dialogue with virtual humans.
你好，
你知道哪里有卖芒果吗？
那一家店有卖。
谢谢，
不会，
拜拜。
再见。
你好，
你好，要买什么？
你有卖芒果吗？
在这边，麻烦你自己拿一下。
Here's an example of a small talk in the small talk condition with male users.
你好，
你好，最近台风要来了，你有听说吗？
没听说哦。
我也是看新闻报道才知道的，听说是个强台。
是哦，
台风过后菜价都会上涨的很多，你在买菜的时候可以先多买一点。
你知道哪里有卖香蕉吗？
那一家店有卖。
谢谢，
不会，
拜拜。
再见。
你好，
你好，
你有卖香蕉吗？
在那边，最近蔬果在特价，你要不要多买一些？
谢谢，
不会，
拜拜。
再见。
So the conversation model consisted of agents being able to understand certain keywords that involved categories such as greetings, asking the agents where they can procure items, and agents could engage with users in small talk related to weather, current events, hometown-related events, or education-related conversation. And then finally, users can disengage from agents by using disengagement keywords such as goodbye. The research question in our research was to what extent social small talk and simulated natural dialogue with a crowd of virtual humans affected emotional reactions, behaviors, and social presence. This was a 2x2 between subjects design. The two conditions were virtual humans that had small talk capability and virtual humans that did not, and the participants' gender. The four independent groups, there were 17 males and females in the small talk condition, and likewise 17 males and females in the non-small talk condition. Study took place in Taiwan. All participants were fluent in Mandarin. The pre-experiment questionnaire consisted of demographics and an inclusion of others in the self pre-test. Post-experiment questionnaires consisted of the differential emotion survey, post-test iOS, social presence, and presence. So with regards to emotional reactions of users, using the differential emotion survey, we actually found that participants had significantly lower sadness, anger, fear, guilt, shame, and shyness scores as compared to in the small talk condition, as compared to participants in the non-small talk condition. And this was, in many cases, was highly significant. And we also found that female participants showed a significantly larger negative affect in the non-small talk condition as compared to the same in the small talk condition. And in terms of the different scores in the inclusion of others in the self, we found that participants in the small talk condition were able to perceive agents as socially close or agents as included in their sense of self in the small talk condition as compared to much more in the small talk condition as compared to the non-small talk condition. In terms of social presence, we actually found that overall female participants had greater co-presence as compared to male participants. And we found that with regards to perceived affective understanding, male participants showed greater affective understanding as compared to female participants from the agents. With regards to attention allocation, we found that participants in the small talk condition perceived that they were able to have greater attention allocation with agents in the small talk condition as compared to the non-small talk condition. And with regards to perceived affective interdependence, they actually found that surprisingly, there was greater affective interdependence in the non-small talk condition as compared to the small talk condition. In terms of the objective measures, they found that we found that the interaction count, the number of interactions with pedestrians and vendors, were significantly higher in the non-small talk condition than the small talk condition. Participants felt that they needed to interact with more agents overall in order to find the items in the marketplace in the non-small talk condition. When it came to the interaction time, we actually found that the interaction time overall with agents, as well as the mean interaction time with pedestrians, was significantly higher in the small talk condition as compared to the non-small talk condition. We also measured interpersonal distance, and we found that participants female participants in the non-small talk condition maintained a larger interpersonal distance with the agents as compared to the small talk condition. And overall, female participants also maintained a larger interpersonal distance as compared to male participants. When it came to some of the qualitative measures, we found that an equal number of participants felt that the nonverbal behaviors of the virtual humans were natural in both conditions. And larger number of participants found that the conversations were much more natural in the small talk condition as compared to the non-small talk condition. In conclusion, we found evidence that small talk capability of virtual humans affected social closeness, social presence, and user emotions in human-virtual human interaction with a crowd of agents. Our results show that negative emotions and social emotional constructs were significantly lowered in the small talk condition as compared to the non-small talk condition with the virtual humans. And with regards to broader impact, we felt that the presence of small talk could be beneficial in virtual crowd applications that are aiming to build social closeness or in relationship between agents and human users, and also in building emotionally positive and friendly environments with a crowd of agents in the immersive virtual reality setting. Our future work, we want to investigate how users' personality might actually moderate the effects of small talk on users' emotions and behaviors. Thank you for your attention.